So what's up? It's your boy Casey Darius in the building with another video. In case you didn't know, the title for this video is God Makes Things Happen Fast. We all want that. We all want God to make, moves fast. We all want to receive a breakthrough and stuff like that. But we don't always understand the mindset that we have to have in order for that fast change to happen in our life. You gotta have a lot of discipline. The Bible says, for the Spirit of the Lord does not give us fear, but power, love, self-discipline, and a sound mind. So when God is making things happen fast in your life, He's already brought you through a process of, pruning. Because the Bible says that consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, when you face trials of many kind, because it's producing patience and perseverance. So a lot of times, when people see things like overnight successes and stuff like that, when you really get down to the nitty gritty and to the story about, how they got there, you realize, dang, this wasn't really an overnight success. They was doing this for years. And then just in one day, the work that they did over the course of years, they blew up. So that's how it happens. So when God makes things happen fast in your life, I'm pretty sure you already went through a process of, dang, yeah, I went through this, I went through that, I wanted to give up, I want to do this, I stopped believing in God, a bunch of stuff. God will forgive us. God is a merciful God and forgiving and stuff like that. But what starts to happen is we can get so caught up and enthralled and engrossed with that cycle of, dang, stuff ain't moving fast, this ain't working out, I felt like I wanted to give up, that you start to lose sight and lose faith in how fast God can move in your life. So when things start to move fast and go well in your life, you're like, dang, maybe this is going well right now because I'm about to hit rock bottom again. Nah, forget the former things. See, I'm doing a new thing. Do you not perceive it? So the new things that God's doing in your life, you're not always going to be able to perceive if you're focusing on the things from the past. That's why you got to focus on the new things in your life. Yeah, you still going to reach points in your life where, things may not be going well, but it's not going to be like how it was in the past. So you can't compare the new things to old things that God was doing, because when you do that, you won't be able to fully, relax and walk into the new season that God is leading you to, because you're like, dang, this could run out any minute. God can bring me back any minute. When you really in communication with God, you already know God giving you the game plan. So when you praying, when you fasting, then you see, okay, I deserve this. I prayed for this. I fasted for this, and now God is rewarding me. God is abundant. God is not scarce. So that's why anytime God is, blessing us with stuff in our lives and stuff like that, when we feel like we're living in an abundance, don't have in the back of your mind, dang, things can go left any minute, and I could be back to this position. I could be back to the hood. I could be back to being broke. Nah, God is abundant. So if God is abundant, why you got that scarcity mindset? Why you think you're going to go back to the hood? Why you think you go back to being broke? Why you think you're going to go back to your old lifestyle if God is abundant? Nah, you was in that old lifestyle before, but God is bringing you into a new life right now because God is abundant. The Bible says, whoever wants to save their life will lose it, but whoever loses their life will find it. So you start to lose the old life that you have for yourself. You lose that old life because you became a new person. So think of it like this. You may look at yourself from 5 years ago, a year ago, and be like, damn, I'm nowhere near that person. Do you think that you'll go back to being that person? Nah, you're not going to go back to being that person because you know that you already, went through the seasons of, what you had to go through. You learned from it, and now you're comfortably in this new personality you got, this new life that you have because you put in the work. You changed your mindset. You went on fast. You prayed. You did the self-development, and now you got a whole different mindset. You got different routines and stuff like that. It's the same way with our blessings. So when God is giving us, new blessings and new lives like that, think of it like that. You're not going to be like, dang, what if I go back to being this old person now? Because you know that you really changed. So the same thing with the new blessings. You're not going to go back to the old lifestyle because you became a new person that has qualified you for the new blessing. The Bible says that whom much is given, much is required. God ain't gonna bless you with something that you can't handle, especially when you following His ways. So that's why He had to bring you through that process, because the process that you went through made you the qualified individual to sustain and grow and handle the new blessings that God has given you in your life. So that's why anytime things is happening fast, God already built your foundation for that. You gotta have that confidence and authority and be like, nah, things is happening fast because I worked through this. I went through a whole year going through trials and tribulations, and I've been tested because God will test you and things like that. So you're gonna be like, dang, I've been tested with this. You know, I still trusted God. I've been tested with this, and I didn't go back to my old lifestyle. God sees the sacrifices that you've been making. God sees the times where you trusted him and you could have went back to doing what everybody else is doing. You could have went back to following the ways of the world. So that's why it's important that anytime, God is blessing us with more, we shouldn't be expecting less. It's like this, God will give you a blessing, something that you pray for, and you get imposter syndrome. You like, dang, this is too good to be true, so I'ma just settle for my old life. This new stuff is intimidating. You may even think that you can handle the blessings that God's giving you, but because you feel unworthy or you just allowing the spirit of fear, the Bible says the Spirit of the Lord does not give us fear, but power, love, self-discipline, and sound mind. You allowing that spirit to overtake you and take you out of your blessing. So you put in all that work and now you like, dang, I'm intimidated by this. Let me just go back to a place that I'm comfortable. Nah, you a man of God, you a woman of God, you gotta throw that comfort stuff out the window. You gotta stop being soft. Nobody else gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you. You gotta stop being soft. You gotta throw out that fear. You gotta throw out that anxiety. You gotta walk into the lioness that God's called you to be. The Bible says the wicked flee when no one pursues, but the righteous are as bold as a lion. So you righteous. The Bible says a righteous man falls 7 times but gets back up. The trials and tribulations you've been through has qualified you and so it gave you that foundation that you need for the blessings that God's about to bestow onto your life. So there's somebody that's watching this right now, you feeling unworthy, you feeling scared because dang, things are changing fast. Dang, where was that negative talk about, dang, things are changing fast, so let me just go back to my old life. You wasn't saying that to yourself. When things is going bad, you wasn't like, dang, things is going bad. Let me just settle for where I'm at right now. Nah, you was saying, nah, I'm gonna get out of this. I'm gonna get to here. So now that you're approaching the place, already in the place where God is making things go right, don't talk yourself into going back to where you were before, because you became a new person. For the Spirit of the Lord does not give us fear, but power, love, self-discipline, and sound mind. So you gotta forget the former things and see the new things that God's doing in your life, because the new things that God's doing in your life as qualify you to be in the place that you are in right now and to help you grow the new blessings that he's sending in your life. So you made this far, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this with somebody that needs to hear this, and most importantly, have that confidence, have that authority, because you earn the position that you're in right now, and God is preparing you along the way. God doesn't qualify, God doesn't call, I forgot the saying, but basically it means that God qualifies you. God qualifies the call. So if you feel like you're unworthy, God has already prepared you, and he still is preparing you, because we're growing every day. But most importantly, make sure you do the things that God's called you to do, because you're worthy. For he knew you before you were formed in your mother's womb, and you got this. You got the power, you got the authority, so you got to walk in that. It's King Sedaris, he made this for. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Share this with somebody you know.